Jewelry designers from across the country answered our call for entries, submitting their own dazzling designs. Each one hopes to win $5,000, plus have their collection manufactured and sold on jewelry television. Keep watching to find out who will become JTV's Rock Star Designer. Previously on Rock Star Designer.
So your goal is to really, really stretch your creativity by using unconventional materials. You've got 2 minutes to select your items.
I'm picking all the metal stuff because I don't want Ashley and Kelly to get it. Kelly's used to using unconventional materials, so she could totally blow this out of the water.
I suppose it's a certain style that somebody might like. I think you have a very limited audience with it. There's a lot of tassels. This is like fabulous. I would wear these.
Alicia's gluing the crap out of some opals on her pieces, which makes me cringe. I can just see it in their eyes, like they're out of their comfort zone and I'm in my comfort zone.
I'm a little flustered, but I just know I've got to work.
It's crafting now.
Careful what you wish for. Just might get it. The sparkle fades for one more designer after today's session in the judges' chamber. It's time for our judges to narrow it down to the final 2 who will compete for the title of JTV's Rock Star Designer. We've challenged the creativity and innovation of our designers with this latest challenge. They were given 2 minutes to rummage through a pile of unconventional materials and then create a piece they felt would have mass appeal. It's time for our panel of judges to see what they've created. Let's meet today's judges. JTV Vice President of Marketing, Jill Johnson. JTV Vice President and General Merchandising Manager, Chris Kalesha. And celebrity stylist and fashion commentator, Michael O'Connor. Judges, our designers were asked to create designs using unconventional materials. We really asked to stretch them out of their comfort zone and use creativity and innovation. So Michael, what do you expect to see today?
Well, we are down to only 3 cards now. So I think judging is going to be a little tough, and they were given unconventional materials to use. I'm kind of hoping that they were able to take them and incorporate them into pieces that are wearable, that are still fashionable, and something that doesn't look like it was completed in a work release program.
All right, well, Kelly won our last challenge, so we get to check out her design first.
I'm really nervous it's gonna end up looking crafty. It's like yarn and fishing lures and all kinds of crazy things. I'm gonna make like a leather cuff. I'm weaving some pipe cleaners and super cool thread all together. I have a really good color scheme going.
Not everybody can pull this off. In fact, most people would choose not to.
If that's it, then I guess, I don't want to go home yet.
I feel like I already lost.
All of a sudden, like a light bulb went off in my head. So I started making little charms, and it starts to look, pretty cute, like a little charm mermaid necklace.
Let's go hula dancing.
I have to make it to the finals. I would be crushed if I don't. I have a very strong work ethic. I'm a perfectionist. Still, my main concern is making it marketable, which I don't know how that's gonna happen, but I'm trying.
Hello.
Hi.
Kelly, tell us all about your design.
We had 2 minutes and a basket and just like, we're all over the place. So I thought I'm gonna, try to focus on color, which is my strong suit. But I did get some nice turquoise, so I made this sort of scarf necklace. I've got elements that match the earrings, which I did the wire wrapping, and the rose element that goes throughout. And I have these hand-painted pieces of leather, and I created a ring, same material, and it just goes around all the way to the bracelet. And again, then the earrings and the ring are the wire wrapped style with the beach glass. Oh, let me show you the back. I almost forgot. Please turn around. So just to follow out the theme with that little peekaboo again in the back, just something unexpected.
Again, you didn't disappoint in the number of pieces that you were able to put together in the time given. I think it's great, and it appeals to several different consumers in the market, right? There's, for the woman that's more classic, I love the wire wrap pieces. Somebody who's a little more boho and funky would really appreciate the scarf necklace, which I think is really unique and something I've not seen before, and I'm actually kind of drawn to that, and I think you did a really nice job.
I have a little concern about the necklace, only in terms of the fact that I think it's a difficult necklace to wear, from the fact that even as Jessica walks toward us, it moves, and I would be afraid in a slight wind it would leave.
Chris, you have some concerns.
I thought you would have been really excited by this challenge because to me, this is where you could shine. Jewelry is art. And I would want to hear what happened before you were rattled by the mentor, because I think the mentor rattled you more than we all think, and I think you played it safe. I don't see a lot of creativity here. I see, yes, the wire wrapping is there, but I've seen wire wrapping, and I think you went a little, you were confused. I think you went in all different kinds of directions, and I don't see what the other two see here. I'm concerned.
Kelly?
I was rattled, but I really, really felt like I brought it back and I tried my hardest. And I feel like it is creative, the different pieces, and there's some sparkle in there. This is all hand woven, so that did take a little bit of time, but adding the painting elements, that's all really me.
Thank you, Kelly. And Jessica, you two may go back to the waiting area.
I think they got it wrong because I brought it back and I did what I could, so. I felt like it was honestly cheating to use metal in an alternative materials challenge.
And up next, we've got our designer, Alicia, and her model, Morgan.
I took most of all the metal stuff.
I don't know what this is gonna be like.
The judges definitely challenged me. They want to see something completely different.
I'm gonna show them I can do more than just see them.
This challenge is a lot easier for me because I like to just be thrown a bunch of stuff and design whatever I can with it. I'm used to just playing around with things.
They wanted a ring, I'm giving them a ring.
I got this. I'm really confident going into the challenge today because I feel like I did exactly what they asked for. I went away from the stones, but still kept my style.
Hello. Alicia, tell us about your design.
Okay, so we had 2 minutes to grab whatever we could out of all these bowls, and so I started just pouring everything into my basket because I thought more would be better than less to work with. When I started going through my basket, I found myself looking at the gold and silver stuff, and I had a lot of like hardware stuff. So I started placing it out, and then I found these little opal stones. So I just started kind of laying things out, and then that's what I came up with.
Well, Alicia, I've got one word for you. Bravo. You really took the challenge yesterday, and you succeeded. You absolutely, I think, went out of your comfort zone, and we are not seeing beads.
Love the beads. Stop that.
The beads are nice, but I have to say I'm so impressed with this design. There is not one piece among this ensemble that I think is not amazing. And you did a great job.
Thank you.
Chris, what do you think?
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. You listened, and I love your strategy about I'm going to scoop up everything because I need to get back in the game. Love that sort of fighter spirit. You definitely showed us a different side of you, and I'm really impressed because I had reservations about this challenge. I wasn't really sure if it was going to be able to show us what each of you can do, but I see a great ensemble here. Each piece stands on its own. I'm not as crazy about the earrings as I am about the other pieces. I think the ring is amazing on its own. It doesn't even have to be part of this. What I also liked is your love of beads is still coming through a little bit, which is fine. Never give up on what your passion is, but know how you can work it in and use it.
And know how you can change it.
And know how you can change. Don't ever touch me again. But really well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice job.
All right, Jill, I see you agreeing as well.
Absolutely. I think it's a great ensemble, and what I love about it is that you can wear it all together. Nothing competes with anything else. It's just really well done, and everything's well placed. I agree with Chris about the ring, and I love the use of the nuts with the stone in it. I just think that's really an interesting way to set the stone, and that really well done there. And the use of the hardware it doesn't look like hardware. It looks like you worked the metal.
Thank you.
All right, well, thank you, Alicia and Morgan. You all may go back to the waiting room.
They loved every piece, so I guess I was right on point with everything this time.
Up next is our last designer, Ashley, and her model, Kylie.
I thought I grabbed so much stuff, and I grabbed frickin' seashells and some buttons. I hate seashells. I'm from the beach, and I've seen some of the tackiest seashell jewelry that there possibly is, and now I'm making seashell jewelry. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me.
I'm getting inside my own head, like questioning if I'm making it too simple.
The one good thing I picked off the table was pre-made cuff.
I only have one, so if it doesn't go the right way, then I'm done. It moved, and the whole bottom of my cuff looks scratched up.
Tomorrow could just be a wild card. I feel very confident. I feel very at ease. I'm gonna be the next rock star designer.
Hello. Ashley, tell us about your design.
I was very surprised after collecting all of our stuff in the 2 minutes that my focal pieces were seashells. I must have been channeling my inner beach girl. I knew I wanted to use this shell as the focal point of the necklace. I was really drawn to these fishing lures, and then I had also picked up some tassels, so I made the fishing lures into tassels to kind of break up the peach color, and then I just added some delicate layers and another little sand dollar just to add a little more white to the necklace. And then I went with the cuff, and then I wanted to incorporate the blue from the fishing lures. So we had these tabs that you like tab paper with, and I drilled holes and used the blue tabs to add a little more design. And I textured the cuff, which in doing that pulled some of the silver plating off and revealed some of the copper underneath, which I loved because it pulled the peachy color from the shell. I did the ring, and then in Ashley fashion, I engraved the ring with a beachy quote that I thought could resonate with anyone. And then lastly, I just made her a simple pair of tassel earrings, and I brought in the chain from the necklace to tie it all together. It's kind of a full set that can be worn as separate pieces, or I think it looks good worn all together because they all make a statement, but they don't think they compete with one another.
I could listen to you for hours. You engage me, which is pretty good. You know, I'm so cynical at my age, but you pull me right in, and I'm just right there eating it all up. Love the use of the seashells. Like, you have a really good eye for, you know, they're not the same, but they work together. I like the proportion of the shells. I love what you did with the bracelet and with the ring. And then you lost me. Those tassels and those fishing lures, that's all I see. My eye keeps getting drawn to them, and I'm missing those fabulous pieces that you picked. And the same thing with the earrings. I keep just seeing those peach tassels, and I just want to jump up there if I wasn't tethered to this chair and rip them off, because they're just not doing anything for me. You hit it for me with the bracelet and the ring, and then those tassels are just throwing me off.
Joyce hated the tassels,
I was gonna say,
I took half the tassels off.
Oh, you had more tassels on?
I did have
It's
more
a good thing you
tassels.
took some of them off.
Jill, what are you thinking?
I'm a big fan of seashells. It just takes me to a happy, peaceful place in my mind. And the use of mixed metals with the rose gold is really nice. I think the tassels are really throwing me as well on the necklace. Get the whole unconventional material, but I think they work on the earrings, and I actually like the earrings, but I would have left them off the necklace.
The bracelet is okay. What really kind of throws me, unfortunately, is the necklace is a little too Hawaiian holiday for me. It's incorporating seashells and tassels. Now, I will give you this. Your color use is amazing. The blue and the pink work together, and your creativity in turning the fishing lures into tassels, amazing. But once it's all together, which I think that's what it needs to be judged on, it leaves me a little flat.
Ashley, thank you. You all may go back to the waiting area.
Thank you. I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses. When they point out you didn't do this quite up to par, I agree. We had 2 minutes. I got what I chose and I made the best out of it. And
Are you ready to deliberate?
We are.
We are.
All right, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Thank you.
Bottom two the last 2 times, so.
oh, that's over with.
My heart went dunk really hard on the sofa. All right, just take a breath.
You know, at this stage, I'm kind of looking for a maturity level.
Yes.
And can they handle the pressure? We all know once you start working in this business, things happen, they come up. And she got rattled,
Right.
and she couldn't recover from
She
it.
did. I loved her use of the stones. It still said it was hers when I saw it. If she hadn't been standing there, I would have chosen that as her piece.
Other than the color, which we know she does great, it just was not.
See, I didn't even think the color was that special.
Oh, really?
I like the idea of the necklace. I like the idea of it. I think it's just different and unique.
And you know, I thought it was going to be really difficult to judge these pieces on things like marketability and
Right.
saleability and reproducibility. But I looked at that and I said, you know what? You could do
make
that
it.
with those pieces.
At the end of the day, when you looked at the piece holistically, it was a little too happy hands at home, you know, just like I just whipped this up.
Yeah, I still maintain she didn't rise to the challenge.
I wonder if they're gonna take into account like who's won challenges. I liked all my tassels. Now it looks plain, but
I mean, it was an alternative materials challenge, and that's what I did. I was creative. I painted. And
Yeah. You never know.
Yeah.
I don't know which way they're going. I feel like it's a flip of the coin.
Judges, have you reached a decision?
We have.
We have.
First of all, let me tell you, Christy, it was really difficult. Probably the toughest one of the week.
Absolutely.
Good. Let's bring in our designers. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
A little nervous? It was a really tough decision today. Very, very tough.
You know, the fact is that you guys were tasked with something that most designers aren't even ever tasked with in their lifetime. You were actually asked to create jewelry pieces from materials that you probably will never encounter again when you create jewelry. So it was really, really tough.
And judges, we had a first ever.
We did.
We really did. Chris, do you care to comment, elaborate?
Maybe we had a first ever.
Yes. Well, Chris, I will quote you. You said that you give many ones, but never a 5.
Yeah, I may have said something like that
You did.
somewhere along the line. I don't give 5s. I give a lot of 1s, but no 5s.
A few times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me too.
Designers, would you like to know who received the 5 today? Well, we'll hold on to that for just a minute. Alicia, you said the other designers were comfortable working inside the box. I like to work outside the box. You think you worked outside the box?
I think I worked outside the box.
Ashley, you conveyed that when she walked into the room, they literally got what they asked for. Did they?
Yes.
Kelly, you said today is not a day to try something different. Was it?
It was.
Are you ready to find out who won today's challenge?
Yes.
All right, judges.
The winner of today's challenge is Alicia.
Congratulations, Alicia.
Thank you. Feel good, but still kind of nervous because of tomorrow. It's gonna be crazy.
Designers, one of you has lost your sparkle. Judges, who will be competing in the finale with Alicia? Jill?
The person who will be competing in the finale is Ashley.
Congratulations. Kelly, I'm sorry, you lost your sparkle.
There were some opportunities that we gave you to defend your designs, and we didn't think that you took those opportunities. There's probably a lot more creativity there that we just didn't see displayed in the last challenge. But we think you've got an amazing career ahead of you, and it was wonderful having you here.
Thank you so much for joining us in the competition.
Thank you for having me and for the opportunity. It sucks, of course. I worked hard, but it's the way it goes. Somebody has to go home. It was an amazing experience. It was a lot of fun, and I'd do it again.
Now, Chris, we're all dying to know, who did you give a 5 to?
Well, we were asked to score in a number of categories, 1 to 5. And yes, I did say that I never give 5s, but I did give a 5. And I gave it to Ashley. And I gave it to her in the category of personality because your stories are so engaging with how you walk us through your creative process and then how you actually get to decisions about the jewelry that you design. So you got my first 5. I really never thought it would happen.
Right now, I feel good. I'm excited for the next challenge. I'm excited for tomorrow. I did not want to go home on some seashells.
The stage is set for our finale, but it's safe to say that the toughest challenge lies ahead. Even though both of our final designers have successfully made it this far in the competition, only one of them can win it all and have a chance to design a product line to be sold on jewelry television. Be sure to join us next time to find out which one will be named JTV's Rock Star Designer.
Next time on JTV Rock Star Designer, it's the season finale.
Models, will you join us?
So your challenge today is to actually create a look that is red carpet ready.
Helpers?
My stomach drops a little bit. I don't want help.
I'm back!
Ashley, I have an idea.
I can make something way cooler. I can make like square ones that match it.
I love that. I love that.
Don't you just love beating?
I'm a little disappointed that there isn't more creativity.
That could have been just a little bit bolder.
I would have liked to see a much more important earring.
Stop, don't, that's too many.
That was a little frightening.
I really don't care at this point.
The winner of JTV's first ever Rock Star Designer is...
Don't miss the season finale of JTV Rock Star Designer.